Hi, I'm Dr. Lance Morris, and welcome to the 6th week in my new YouTube series. How can we explain Savant syndrome? This is a person who has an exceptional aptitude in one particular field, such as music or mathematics, despite having significant impairment in other areas of intellectual or social functioning. Most of us have been exposed to individuals with this rare, approximately 1 in a million, and remarkable condition through social media. A person that in their daily life and functioning that often presents as retarded but has extraordinary ability in a very specific area. One example is Leslie Lemke. Leslie was born prematurely with brain damage, cerebral palsy, and had his eyes surgically removed due to glaucoma. When he was 16, he sat down at a piano for the first time and played Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1 perfectly, after having heard it only once on the TV. Despite Leslie having no musical training, he demonstrated that he could do this with virtually any musical piece. You can watch Leslie on YouTube. Through science and medicine, do we have a causal explanation about this syndrome? The condition can be congenital, genetic or inborn, or it can be acquired later in childhood or even as an adult. It has been in some cases attributed to physical injury or trauma. Some researchers have identified damage or an anomaly of the cerebellar function as possibly contributory. It is generally agreed that this syndrome is not a disease and does not require any type of treatment. None of the information above, nor any of the theoretical models postulated, offer any definitive or, in my opinion, even vaguely reasonable explanations of causality about this syndrome. In Leslie's case, his injuries were all over a decade prior to his first manifestation of his musical talent. What about child prodigies? This occurs in 1 in 5 to 10 million people. Prodigies are defined by their childhood ability to perform at adult professional levels in a particular area, usually at the age of 10 or less. Some experts contend that prodigies are not born, but taught, benefiting from years of intense early practice, usually encouraged by ambitious parents. This, of course, belies the age-old question of nature versus nurture, or how much a person's characteristics are formed by either innate biological factors, namely genetics, or upbringing and life experience. For me, the answer is simple. Clearly, both nature and nurture are significant. The percentile of that influence for each individual is a variable factor. But here's the catch. Yet again, this is still a very superficial and unsatisfactory answer. So please join me next week as we continue to look at possible causation for these unusual and remarkable conditions amongst others that we will look at as well.